Good morning, students. Today we shall discuss about elasticity of demand and how the demand curve shifts and movement along the demand curve. Okay. So basically, first we will start with movement along the demand curve and shift of demand curve. Okay. So we know that demand or quantity demanded is dependent upon four factors: price of the commodity, price of related goods, income, and taste and preference. Okay. So quantity demanded basically depends upon these four factors. I am talking about the individual demand over here. Okay. So first we will try to study the two topics of movement along the same demand curve and shift of demand curve as as distinction between the two or as a difference between the two. Okay. Along same demand curve and shift of demand curve. It is also known as the movement along the same demand curve is also known as change in quantity demanded, whereas shift in demand curve is also known as change in demand. Okay. Now, change in quantity demanded or movement along the same demand curve occurs. It occurs due to change in the price of the commodity itself, keeping other things constant, like PR, I and T are constant. PR is constant, I is also constant, and T is also constant. Okay. Whereas the shift in demand curve occurs due to change in factors other than the price of the commodity. That means it occurs due to change in PR, or it occurs due to change in I, that is income, or taste and preference. Okay. So the basic difference of occurrence is something like the movement along the same demand curve occurs due to the change in the price of the commodity itself, whereas the shift in the demand curve occurs due to change in the related goods or income or taste and preference. Okay. Number 3. Say if the price of the good increases, we witness what? We witness a contraction in demand. We witness a contraction in demand. Okay. And how do we represent a contraction in a demand curve? We can see it with the help of a diagram. Say we are measuring price over here and quantity demanded over here, and this is our demand curve. Okay. So let us take a base price denoted as P0. P0 is our base price, and when the price was P0, we were demanding Q0 amount of quantity. Okay, and this point is known as A. So now we are at point A. Now we have been given a case of increase in price. Suppose the price P naught has increased to P1, okay, and with this P1 the associated quantity level is Q1, which is less than Q naught. So now we are in point B. So what did we witness? Due to increase in the price of the commodity, we have witnessed a reduction in the quantity purchased of the commodity. So this reduction is known as contraction of demand, and it has been caused due to increase in the price of the commodity itself. And the contraction is basically represented by a upward movement along the demand curve. We were in the point A, now we have to move to point B. That means we have to move upwards. So a increase in the price of the commodity leads to contraction of demand, and it can be represented by a upward movement in along the same demand curve. Okay. Now similarly, if we witness the case of a fall in the price, the demand curve, say suppose the price has fallen down from P0 to P2, okay, the price has fallen down from P0 to P2, and it has led to an increase in the purchase of the commodity. So if we compare it with the P0 Q0 combination, we are witnessing that the P2 Q2 combination is basically showing a higher quantity purchase of the commodity. We are able to purchase more now. So this increase in the quantity purchase is basically known as expansion of demand. So expansion of demand is caused due to fall in the price of the commodity, and it can be shown by a downward movement along the same demand curve. So a rise in the price of the commodity leads to contraction in demand, and it is shown by upward movement along the same demand curve, whereas a fall in the price of the commodity leads to expansion of demand, and it can be shown by a downward movement along the same demand curve. Okay, so due to change in the price of the commodity, we witness expansion as well as contraction, whereas in this case we have three factors which can change. Okay, here PR can also change, I can also change, and T can also change. Okay, so let us take I for simplicity. We will discuss the same thing, this phenomena, with the help of income. Suppose this was this axis represents price and this axis represents quantity. Okay, and we have the demand curve in this manner. So suppose the person who is purchasing, or the person whose demand curve is represented over here, has an income of 100 rupees. So at the income level of 100 rupees, when price was P0, this guy was purchasing a quantity of Q0. Okay, this Y was purchasing a quantity equals to OQ0 when his income level was 100. Now if his income level increases to 200, that means his purchasing power has increased. Now initially 100 level of income had a lower purchasing power, and so he was only able to buy OQ0 amount. Okay, however, with an increase in the income level, his purchasing power has increased, and now at the same price level, mind it, the price level has not changed, it has still remained P0. His income level has changed. So now with the same price level, with his increased purchasing power, he can now purchase more amounts of the quantity, say Q1. Okay, so now this point, we were in point A and now we have moved to point B, and the movement of point A to point B is due to increase in the income level of the consumer. So the point B lies in a separate demand curve. Okay, say D1 D1, and it will denote the previous demand curve as D0 D0. So what do we see? We see that keeping the price constant, if the demand increase, if the income increases, the demand curve shifts rightwards. Okay, and we witness an increase in the quantity demanded. The quantity of the commodity to be purchased has increased, and thus we have witnessed an increase in demand. Whereas in the contrary let us consider a contrary circumstances where a fall in the level of income would shift your demand curve leftward, and thus we will witness a decrease in demand. Okay, so a increase in the increase in the income level of the consumer leads to increase in demand, which is shown by a rightward shift of the demand curve, whereas a fall in the income of the consumer leads to decrease in demand, which is shown by a leftward shift of the demand curve. Okay, so what we have witnessed? We have witnessed that the movement along the same demand curve is also known as change in the quantity demanded. Now this change in the quantity demanded can be of two types: contraction in demand and expansion in demand. Contraction in demand occurs due to rise in the price of the commodity itself, whereas the expansion on demand occurs due to fall in the price of the commodity itself. Okay, keeping other factors constant, keeping these three factors constant. We are just studying the relationship between the price of the commodity and the quantity demanded over here, over this section. And contraction in demand can be shown by a upward movement along the same demand curve, whereas an expansion in demand can be shown by a downward movement along the same demand curve. Okay, and in this section what we have studied that shift of demand curve can be termed as change in demand curve. Now this change in demand curve can be of two types: increasing demand curve and decreasing demand curve. Increasing demand curve occurs due to increase in the income level of the consumer, or increase in the taste and preference of the consumer. It is shown by a rightward shift of the demand curve. Here the price has been kept constant, whereas a decrease in demand would be shown by a leftward shift of the demand curve, and it would occur due to a fall in the income level, as well as it can occur due to fall in the taste and preference of the consumer. Okay, so this was all about shift in the demand curve and movement along the same demand curve.